So being deaf in a talking and noisy world can be very difficult. The challenges that come with it are beyond measure. But one lady has conquered all that to be a chef in a high-end hotel in Kenya. Monica Muteti's story is one of hard work and resilience. We caught up with her at the Villa Rosa Kempinski, where she works as a pastry chef.
The mention of Villa Rosa Kempinski in Nairobi comes with class and elegance. It also brings memories of special guests who have stayed here during their visits to Kenya. One among the notable guests is former United States President Barack Obama, who spent his nights here when he was in the country. On this day, an interesting conversation caught our attention. Monica Muteti and her two friends are catching up before she returns to work. Monica is a pastry chef at Villa Rosa Kempinski, and before joining this high-end hotel, she worked as an intern at Radisson Blu, Arboretum branch, Nairobi. When she is in the kitchen, one cannot tell that she has a disability until she has something to say. She is deaf and dumb, but this has not stopped her from chasing her passion.
I always loved cooking from when I was a young girl. So initially my parents had wanted me to join tailoring.
Monica lives in a silent world. She is immune to the kitchen noise, but not to the dangers that face anyone inside a hot kitchen with knives and other objects that can cause an accident. Chef Isaiah Odwor, her supervisor, recommended her for the job at Kempinski after working with her at Radisson Blu.
Good thing I like Monica about, she's punctual. She's the first person who normally report to work, the first person in the morning. And also, she won't be the first one to go, unless now I tell her, now time is up, you need to go.
While being deaf in a hearing world is a challenge, it is even harder when it comes to looking for employment. Having attained formal education at the Machakos School for the Deaf and later at Mumias High School, Monica later joined Karen Institute for the Deaf to train as a chef. But when it came to getting a job...
Since it was very hard to get job opportunities, I decided to start a bakery shop where I started my business, which was doing not very well. But then I got a training that has increased my skills, and now here I am at Kempinski as a pastry chef. So this is a great opportunity for me to learn and also to showcase my talent of cooking.
It is through the strong support she had from her family that she acquired soft skills training that boosted her chances of getting an employment.
In soft skills, we were able to train them for a period of 1 month. And there were 15 youths with disabilities who came across from different parts within Nairobi. And it was exciting because for Monica and those who were part of the class, they were able to really understand that they have that worth, they have that value.
The first time I was introduced to her, I was told that she's hearing impaired. So to me, I was like, now, how am I going to communicate with her? How are we going to work together? Because most of the kitchen things we need to communicate. We need to listen what we have been told to do.
Monica was born deaf. And for Anne Muteti and Pascal Muteti, Monica's parents, it was a difficult situation to deal with.
We noticed that 2 to 3 years, there was delay. She could call daddy, she could call mom, she could say just a few words. And most people were telling us it is because she's the firstborn, she doesn't have other children in the house. That's why the delayed speech.
With me, I was like, how do I handle it? Firstborn, girl, and deaf. We had never seen anybody else deaf. We had heard the stories of deaf people, but never in our family history, no one is deaf.
The society is harsh to families with children who are abled differently, and for Muteti's family, it was even worse.
I was thinking and imagining this one or that one could have bewitched my daughter. But when I went to Machakos School for the Deaf, and I found a school full of children deaf, I said, who bewitched all these others?
People really, they have weird questions, they do, and at times they can be quite poking. I actually had a talk with Monica about it. And all she told me is that these things come. It's even worse for her because she has to deal with these people on a regular basis.
She has invited friends and family to her silent world by encouraging them to learn sign language. Monica says life has not been easy, especially when she has to interact with people who cannot understand her language.
For example, I want to go to the hospital and I want to, I have the admission letter, yes, but I'm waiting for people to be called in. Because I don't hear, it is hard to know that my name has been called out.
Monica is a good example of the phrase disability is not inability, as she has scaled the heights to work in prestigious hotels in the country. She says it has taken hard work and dedication.
Monica told us, no, tailoring, small money, I don't want.
From when she was young, Monica always had zeal to conquer the world.
Dignity is that worthiness accorded to a human being. So I believe even persons with disabilities, they have a worth.
A person with disability or without disability, they are all equal. I'm deaf, yes, but I can talk just like any other person, only that I use my hands.
Let's give equal opportunity to all Kenyans and also global citizens. We never know. You may end up getting very skilled and someone who's very valuable to your team.
She tells us, for her, the sky is the limit. She is working towards becoming a lead chef someday.